Today we need to talk about the Resident Evil 4 remake because they just rolled out a massive new update that introduces a new mode and a load of microtransactions. And people are already saying the game is ruined. And I want to talk about that. What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe. Okay, so let's break this down into two separate chunks. Let's discuss the Mercenaries mode, and then let me try and explain the microtransactions, because people seem to be very confused by them. Now, this is Mercenaries. It's a mode that existed in the original RE4, but now is a little bit different. Think of this as a big arena combat game, instead of typically in Resident Evil where you're just trying to hit and run. Survival horror is a lot of times about keeping your bullets, keeping your life, keeping your pulse from exploding out of your chest. This is a lot more about pure, ridiculous fun. In this, you are trying to kill 150 enemies before the timer runs out. By killing people with headshots, you get more time on the clock. By blowing up barrels, defeating bosses, or picking up power-ups, you get more time on the clock and bigger multipliers. The goal is to try and defeat these 150 enemies as quickly as possible, as cleanly as possible, and, if you can, in one long, very continuous chain. Now, I have managed to do it. I have gotten some perfect 150 runs already, and there's 3 separate stages you can play on: the village, the castle, and the island. Now, I have to say, each of these stages actually looks great. They're just slightly tweaked versions of the campaign maps. Certain areas are obviously blocked off or opened up to make it feel much more like a cool combat arena to take on all these dudes. But there's also 4 separate characters to play as with different super abilities. You can play as Leon Kennedy, who has an ability to actually go temporarily Super Saiyan, upping your combat damage with any weapon considerably. There's also Krauser, who can go into his mayhem mode and start to shred people like Wolverine on even more delicious steroids. Or you can play as Luis, who drops sticks of dynamite, which I actually have to say is my personal favorite. And Hunk, the combat soldier from Resident Evil 2, makes a return, and when he's not snapping necks, his power-up is infinite ammo for at least 10 seconds. All of these characters actually feel brilliant. I still think that one of the best parts of the Resident Evil 4 remake is the incredibly refined controls, and you really get a chance to see the nitty-gritty of how smart this tuning is. So while beating each of these stages with every character, I really began to appreciate all the different intricacies of these newly added characters. I actually think there's an interesting balance that each of these people has. Different abilities, different strengths, different weaknesses, different arsenals. But I can't help but notice the characters that are missing that people are actually a bit mad about. So in the original version of Mercenaries that existed back in RE4, there was actually some extra characters, Ada and Wesker, which are completely absent from this mode. In fact, right now, it's even trending. So many Resident Evil fans are disappointed. Ada and Wesker are trending, at least for me as a Resident Evil fan. Now, what's really weird about this is that people have already seen Ada and Wesker in the code. They already have animations and stuff, so it seems like they're definitely gonna be added in a future update, but hopefully for free. Now, let's discuss the microtransactions. They added in a bunch of different tickets that can be purchased for a couple dollars each. Now, some people, they don't really understand how this works. These are weapon upgrade tickets. Each of the guns in the game has different strengths and weaknesses. You know, a machine gun is going to hit fast but have more reload time. A pistol may actually have more punching power, but obviously a smaller clip. The weapon upgrade tickets are the end game upgrade. After you have bought every other actual thing. To make a gun better, at the very end, you can buy a super upgrade. This is something that gives that particular weapon an extra special final boost. Now, normally, this is incredibly expensive. It can cost literally hundreds of thousands of in-game dollars to fully max out a weapon, but doing it is always worth it. These upgrade tickets make it so you can immediately get the super ability. I decided to buy one to test it for myself. It lets you just go ham. When you beat the game on professional, you unlock the Chicago typewriter, which is like a classic mobster style gun. The upgrade ticket gives it infinite ammo, which means anybody trying to play this game can literally pay to win. Now, this has actually stirred up a debate online already of people saying, is this really a problem? Is this a big deal? If you want to get your weapons fully upgraded and not have to grind like in the original game, then throw some cash. Now, I'll admit it, I do not like this one bit. I already see so many tweets of people trying to defend these microtransactions. I think this is a problem for two very, very big reasons. The first one, if this makes them a ton of cash, they're going to put this into every game. We've seen it in the past where games actually make it. The designers create a more grindy system to incentivize you to buy these $2 and $3 microtransactions. Now in this game, there's 23 upgrade tickets for the 23 guns in the game. And total, if you add it all together, that makes it where this game easily costs over $100 if you actually participate in these microtransactions. Now, the other half of this that kind of sucks in my mind is that I am a trophy collector. I do like the idea of beating games, of speedrunning stuff, of actually proving your skill at it. I'm not claiming I'm a good gamer, but I mean, I've done 7 playthroughs of this, and it's been fun trying to memorize the hallways, the bosses, the weaknesses. And so getting my speedrun times is well earned. Getting my trophies is well earned. This shortcut to me feels incredibly lame. In real life, I'm very into bodybuilding and strength training and stuff. I go to the gym all the time with my friends. This feels like the people that buy steroids. You can probably do it. It's not super morally wrong as long as you're not competing in tournaments and stuff. But to me, it does feel weird to take steroids. Why not actually enjoy the grind? Why not actually get good at the game? Enjoy the efforts of getting better bit by bit, growing bit by bit. I guess microtransactions like this really irk me, especially as a fan, because I do feel like if they are successful, it just keeps bleeding over. And of course, I'm also an old man. I remember when we just used to get cheat codes. If you wanted to actually just start the game with an infinite ammo rocket launcher, you would just straight up be good enough to press up, up, down, down, left, right, select, start, A, B. Now, it is weird that swiping your credit card gives those power-ups. This is a weird update. It does actually even fix some stuff. People have been testing it out. Apparently it has huge visual updates. The image quality has been improved, and the Xbox Dead Zone controller issues have been fixed. So overall, I still consider this to be a very big W for updates. I love Resident Evil 4. It is currently my game of the year, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't at least minorly disappointed at the fact that they decided to put in so many extra price tags in a finished product. But what do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Are microtransactions really that big of a deal, or is it just me? Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. Oh gosh, what a day, what a day. Well, back to Mercenaries.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.